Alrighty, fellas, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? Happy to see you all. What's up, what's up? I have a lot to do today in PokeMMO. First things first, I want to finish the Ditto Mythbusters. So I'm going to be testing that, doing a little recording for that here in a split second, testing over at the spot in Hoenn. Other than that, I never got to the speed EV training that I wanted to the other day. I still want to speed EV train like a Shaman and a Zapdos and a bunch of other very cool Pokemon. So we have some EV training to do, we have XP training to do, we have shiny hunting to do. I'm on the alts, just kind of at Ferrothorn, just kind of chilling, mostly focused on the main today. But once again, 5 encounters here and there. It adds up, man. It's extra encounters. Man, what else? Raid prep, Safari Week prep. Like, there's just so much to do right now in a really short amount of time. If I think there's going to be a 12th anniversary event, gotta prep for that. I think I'm fine for that. I think I have enough PVM Pokemon. If you don't know, for the anniversary event 2 years ago, Togekiss, Chansey, and Blissey, those 3 Pokemon were the meta. So it's a total coin flip whether we'll get an anniversary event or not. That's up to you whether you want to prepare or not. But if it does happen, it's decently likely those Pokemon will be good again. They could not be. Up to you. Just something to keep in mind. We never know what's going to happen, but we do have the history to learn from at least. Yeah, someone in chat said they haven't touched PokeMMO in a hot minute, and I think that's pretty normal right now, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. And it's PokeMMO's off season. A lot of people are taking breaks still. They'll coming back, I think, once raids or once an anniversary event. Something will happen this summer. I feel like something has to happen, and when that happens, a lot of people will come back. It makes a lot of sense, right? Dude, I mean, I'm even playing some off stream and stuff. I'm not really grinding PokeMMO, right? I'm trying to get stuff done on stream and get prepared for all these upcoming events and all these upcoming things. And that's why it is really important to play right now, but also enjoy games that, you know, you wouldn't normally play. I started playing Metro Last Light or whatever. I've never played the Metro series. I got that game for free because Steam was giving it away one weekend, like a year or two ago. Never played it. It's a really good game. If you missed like old Call of Duty style storytelling FPS games, people like the old Call of Duty games had really good storylines. Black Ops 1, MW2, MW3. I didn't play the Blops 2 storyline. Maybe it was good. Those storylines were fantastic. COD 4, fantastic storyline games. Yeah, Black Ops 1 I feel like was one of the best, whatever. But Metro I'm really enjoying. So I don't know if there's any Metro fans out there, but I've been really enjoying that series. Leveling for raid prep is the hardest. It is time consuming, dude. Getting Pokemon, especially like 5 or 6 Pokemon, or even more if you have duplicate, to level 100 takes a long time. See, I have some of mine trained up. We'll see what I have cooking. I don't even have, like, I don't think I have many, or if any, to level 100. They're all close. Level 98, level 95, level 92. They're all very close if I need them to be 95. I still have some XP training to do, and then I also have a bunch more that I want to work on, so I don't know, like, what's my highest level? Oh, I still have Reunicluses. I forgot. I still have 2 Reunicluses, like level 85 in the Johto daycare. If you're leveling Pokemon for raids coming up, abuse the daycare. Put 2 Mons in the Johto daycare while you go train at Mount Silver, or in the Hoenn daycare if you're training at Tentacruel. Hey, Pat, do you know the max boxes we can have in the PC? I think that I have max boxes. So whatever this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 23, 24, 25. I think 25 is the max. I could be wrong. I know that they've kind of been changing it and may have upped it within the past like year or so. So there has been updates to it. I think 25 might be the max. No, there are 5 more now that were out of last update. Like, you can have 30 boxes now. Wait, I would pay for more boxes in a heartbeat. I would actually, like, is that confirmed 100%? Because I would love to go buy PC expansion drives. That would actually be amazing. This is going to be my first event season this upcoming year. Do you just need Pokeyen to take advantage of Anniversary, Xmas/Halloween? It depends what you want to do in the event. If you want to make Pokeyen in the event, you might need certain PVM Pokemon for boss fights, like for Halloween, for example. You might need a Safeguard Chandelure with Shadow Ball. You might need a Crocodile. You might need a Typhlosion, whatever. High Dragon possibly if you want to do hard mode. A lot of time to grind. What else? If you want to make investments, I think the biggest thing you can do to prepare for holiday events is generally preparing the PVM Pokemon that were good last year, and then make Pokeyen, and then like research. I have videos as well on how to prepare for all these events, and I have playlists dedicated to every year's event, like 2022 Halloween, 2023 Halloween, etc., etc. Yeah, if you want to make investments, it depends how long you plan to play PokeMMO. If you plan to play PokeMMO for many years, I really recommend making investments. Like, investments are the best to make during an event. And I would recommend saving up, like, I would really try to go for like 20 to 25 mil. If you have 20 to 25 mil, you can buy one of everything in an event, or just tons of sealed product to make investments. Like, you will not miss out on a vanity. so I would say, yeah, 20-25 mil. But if you have like 10 mil, you can do most things. Like, I wouldn't, super worry about that 20 to 25. But if you can get it, it's just sort of nice. And that's just to make investments. If you don't see yourself playing PokeMMO in 1 to 2 years, then I wouldn't worry too much about investments. Maybe there's some short-term ones you can make, like TMs that drop during events, or rare candies, or XP charms and riches charms, things like that. That should all be good new player event advice. All right, someone asked about making Pokeyen and recommending. They said I always ask, hey, how do you like to play the game? What do you like to do? And that way I can suggest you money-making methods. And they said they like to catch Pokemon for profit. Dittos, I'm at right now, is always fantastic. Dittos is always, especially right now, we always need more Ditto farmers. Pikachu is wildly underrated. Go catch Pikachu for profit. Super, super, super underrated. Ninkado's not bad. Really good base price. I've heard good things about Deanna recently. Gibble might also be quite good. You can do Abra, Squirtle, Meowth over at Route 24, I believe, above Cerulean City. And then Drought Torkoals are also super good. And Whalmers at different times. You can catch pretty much any Pokemon, like literally any Pokemon in all of PokeMMO to make profit. But there definitely are some that are better. And I have a Loot for 1 Hour playlist. I have a PokeMMO money making playlist on my channel. If you're looking for those, looking for more ideas, they are out there. But I want to be better about answering specific questions like this when possible. Oh, we love a 2 times 31 Ditto. It's a 1 out of 78 chance. So it makes sense that we would see one of them on average during our 2 hours of hunting. But that's always sick to see. So someone asked, how did lucky eggs become the currency back in your day? So back in my day, like I'm 50 years old. I'm only 26, but I feel like a boomer every day, right? So Pokeyen wasn't tradable. You couldn't spend Pokeyen. At some point, I think the Pokeyen cap was even like 100k. Like you couldn't have more than 100k yen because like they didn't want it to be the currency for whatever reason. If I may be remembering incorrectly, but Pokeyen wasn't really tradable. And what were lucky eggs? Lucky eggs were not the item we have today, where lucky eggs weren't this consumable thing that gives you boosted XP. Lucky eggs were the traditional Pokemon lucky egg, where it was a held item that would give you 2 times XP. That's really, really, really good. Like no matter what kind of player you were, you needed to, like whether you were a PvP player, whether you were a PVM, like whatever storyline, whatever, like grinder to like collecting level 100s was one of the things you did back then. That was just like one of the end game activities. People think we have no end game content today. Oh my god, we were starving for it in 2013. Okay, when lucky eggs were the currency, right? The only moneymaker in the entire game became farming lucky eggs, farming Chansey in the Safari Zone. That was it. That was the only way to bring currency into the game. That's all you had. You could either go like try to EV train 10 Pokemon and try to sell them to a person for 1 lucky egg, but that's probably never going to happen, most likely. Also, EV training took like 10 hours per Pokemon because there was no hordes. It was single encounters. Animations were much slower. Back in that time period, I myself never owned a lucky egg. I grinded like 10 hours a day in the Safari Zone, and I only ever caught like a handful of Chanseys, and I never got a lucky egg. Like and that was common. It was like shinies would be like 1 lucky egg would be like a common shiny, or like certain shinies would be like Ponyta back then was like 6 lucky eggs, like things like that. It was a really, really weird and different time for sure, and it was not. Sounds rough. It was not a well-balanced game, but it was still a Pokemon MMO, and it was still fun. It wasn't going to last like that forever. Thankfully, there was a bunch of changes made, but it was definitely a crazy Wild West time. Wasn't the OG days of PokeMMO called BikeMMO? Yes, because that was one of the only other endgame activities you could do, and it was breeding. And the way breeding worked back then was breeding didn't consume Pokemon, which was destroying the economy, but it also didn't carry over IVs. So a lot of what people did was, it was like traditional Pokemon. You would go to the daycare man, you would go get your 5 eggs or whatever, your maximum eggs. You would head over to the bike route in Kanto, because the game only had Kanto back then. You would head over to the bike route, and there were hundreds of people every day just biking up and down bike route, just hatching eggs, because eggs also didn't hatch by time back then. It was steps. So like, there were literally hundreds of people every day. Like you would just be on TeamSpeak and be talking to people while they hatch eggs, while trying to hatch like a decent 20 plus in every stat Pokemon. And it was just that. It was very, so much of the game, so much of PokeMMO 2013 was running back and forth, aka BikeMMO, or running back and forth in the Safari Zone and trying to catch a Chansey once an hour, maybe once every 2 hours. That was the game. EggMMO and BikeMMO. Okay, another 2 times 31. Wait, that's sick. Two 2 times 31s within the 1 hoe an hour is very lucky. That you don't see. That's very, very lucky. That's sick. What? That's back to back. Back to back 2 times 31s. I've had 3 2 times 31s in this hour, and 2 of them were back to back. That's sick. That's so lucky. That's so lucky. Yeah, so for those wondering why I don't have a berry farming guide in PokeMMO, this is why. I can't grow anything in this game. I always forget about it and it dies. Thankfully there are plenty of other creators who have incredible berry farming guides on YouTube. All right, next activity. Let's head over to Johto. We're gonna go speed EV train those Pokemon that I want to speed EV train so badly. Especially having that like Zapdos, having my Zapdos trained is, I feel like, gonna be super, super good. Like Zapdos is a very also I can use my Zapdos at this spot to actually do the EV training, which gives me a very small chance, but a chance to get elemental orbs. Now elemental orbs aren't really worth that much, you know. To be fair, the 29k, honestly more than I expected. But whenever you have this ability called Coalescence, has a chance to create elemental orbs when fainting from an electric move. So if I use Discharge here to speed EV train, which is what I'm going to do, I have a small chance. Now it's pretty low. I think you get like 1 every 2 hours, maybe 1 every hour and a half or something like that. Like you really don't get that many, but I don't know, an extra 30k every hour and a half to every 2 hours while EV training, I feel like that adds up, especially for newer players. Like you probably should look into this if you have a Zapdos, or if you I probably wouldn't buy one for this. That seems like a waste, like too much Pokeyen. But my XP reamplifier is on. I think I'm ready. This should be speed EVs. This is a new speed EV spot as well. I really want a shiny Poliwhirl to keep it a Poliwhirl and one for a Politoad. Not really a Poliwrath guy, but need multiple shiny, Poliwhirls. And then we got tons of cool Pokemon. So I'm going to be EV training my Zapdos, of course. I've talked about its modest nature, almost perfect. My Shaman, timid, perfect. I could probably go 0 attack IV actually to dodge foul play damage. I might do that at some point. And then I have a Ghastly, a modest Ghastly Alpha that I bred during my breeding extravaganza, which is kind of cool. 31 attack for no reason, but 31 special attack, 31 speed, modest nature. I think you want to go timid, but whatever. A Drillbur, hidden ability Drillburs are like 600k Pokeyen minimum. This is actually kind of an expensive Pokemon. Adamant, 2 times 31, 20 plus in almost every stat except for defense, unfortunately. But still a really, really good Excadrill. And then this is just my Surskit that I'm using for Sweet Scent, because you still have to have your Sweet Scent Pokemon on you. Do you think we'll get an event before Halloween? I don't think so, sadly. I think we will. I think we will get something. It would be really shocking to me if we don't get something in the summertime. Now, whether that's raids release, whether that's an anniversary event, whether that's both, like, or whether it's something, I don't know, different entirely, I'd be really surprised if we don't at least get something in the summertime. Like, summer is pretty big for PokeMMO. A lot more players flood in when kids are off school and teachers are off and college students or whatever, right? I think we'll get something. I could be wrong, it's just my guesstimation. I think we'll get something during summer for PokeMMO. What's your favorite Pokemon that's not in PokeMMO, aka after Gen 5? Probably some mons that I've had a lot of fun with in like PU/RU on Showdown. Things like Sandaconda, things like Avalugg, things like Halucha. What else? Sandaconda, Avalugg, Halucha. That Sandcastle Pokemon, he's kind of funny. Yeah, I've really enjoyed using those mons. What's the Glacier or whatever, like Ice Horse? Those mons are a lot of fun to use on RU and PU and lower tiers on Pokemon Showdown. I probably finished my speed EVs ages ago. Dude, EV training is so fast nowadays that I just like forget. I like literally forget that I'm EV training, and I probably finish it long ago. And now, yeah, here we go anyways. So Zapdos is fully trained. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in the PC. Grab the specs. We'll throw that back in the PC. Over in the account box, sure. We'll use our Pikachu once again. We can throw the Surskit back in the shiny box. I made sure to put an Everstone on it because it was getting XP. I don't want it to evolve. I want it to stay a Surskit. I do want an extra Surskit at one point to go get a shiny Master Rain as well. Does everything here need special attack? The Stratini does not. So this will go back in the PC. The Excadrill does not. So now we need 3 more Pokemon for special attack EV training. Dude, I should do way more special attack EV training. This spot is actually like such a ridiculously good EV training spot. Ridiculously good shinies. Is it north of Mahogany? It's the Flaffy/Girafarig spot. The fact that you can special attack EV train while going for a possible shiny Flaffy or Girafarig, 2 incredible shinies, it's so good. It is such a, like, This might be one of the best EV training spots in the game now. Like, it's so close to a PC, such good shinies. I would love a Girafford personally. Yeah, abuse this spot. It's so cool in Johto, dude. Also, here's the Pokemon we're now EV training. Same Ghastly / Haunter as before. I also have four alphas right now, which is kind of funny. An alpha Magnemite. I love hidden ability Magnezone. Now, you don't get Magnet Pulse, so you can't lock in those Scizors or other mons that could be a huge threat. But going analytic, choice specs, Volt Switch is just a great feeling. You do so much damage, dude. If your opponent switches out against your Magnezone, you still get the analytic proc. You're pretty slow as a Magnezone. Like, I love the damage boost, the stab, choice specs, analytic Volt Switch. You just get to do so much damage. You get to pivot your Pokemon. It feels incredible. I'm gonna be doing 252 special attack. This thing's gonna hit like an absolute truck. Magnezone has like 130 or 135 special attack. Oh, this Pokemon can be a menace. It's so sick. This is Pursuit. What is this on? Zorua doesn't really do Pursuit. So I'm also training a Zorua. I don't really like Zorua in PvP. I actually think it's quite bad. It's usually an NU, but when it gets up to UU, I'm kind of shocked. I think Zoroark does not do well, and I don't think it's good. Every time I play against a Zoroark, I'm kind of happy because I think it's an easy thing to play against if you pay attention a little bit. And then Yanma, I love the idea of one day getting a Shalfa Yanmega. Obviously, I'm just training it, EV training it. I love Yanma and Yanmega. I would love to try to make Yanma work and NU. Unlikely that I can. I don't think it's that good. And then if Yanmega ever dropped to NU, I want to have one built too. This is a very, very cool Pokemon. I think Safari Week technically starts tomorrow, but the Team Mr. event starts on the 22nd. Oh, we are done special attack EV training, by the way. 252 on every Pokemon. Yep, perfect. Okay. We do have some XP training we could do. I probably will go do that. Let's go some XP training. I also do want to check Shiny Charms. I might want to... Like, how many do I have? 13. I might want to buy, like, 2 to 7. What are they at right now? Shiny Charms. I also want to check the Lucky Egg market after I bought them out. This is 7 for 233k each, 1.6 mil. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I need more Shiny Charms coming up for Safari Week. I might even need more than that. We'll see. We'll play. I have a bunch of Pokeyen sitting here that I've been letting stockpile for a little bit. Why don't we go ahead and collect this? So starting at 30.8 million Pokeyen, 2.1 gained right there. Another 700k. Boom, boom, boom. Now up to 33.7. That was around 3 million Pokeyen gain from collecting. That was pretty cool. How are Lucky Eggs looking? Let's go ahead and see. I wish I could sort by, like, get rid of the smalls. So, cheapest price is 62k. How much are XP Charm 100% at? Because if they are cheaper than 73k. Okay. Day two of buying up Lucky Eggs, fellas. That is a couple for whatever, 62k for these, 62k, 62k, 7 there. Watch the Pokeyen stack deplete. We'll buy that one. We'll buy this one. For those who don't know, I've said it many times. Now these are 66k. It's still cheaper than XP Charms. I'll buy all of these up to... I'll stop there once it reaches yellow. For those who don't know, I firmly believe that XP items, this is my personal opinion. Please don't go make financial decisions based on this and then blame me if it goes wrong, because I could totally be wrong and be whiffing all this Pokeyen, right? I firmly do think that XP items will go up when raids release because people will realize how many level 100 Pokemon they now need. You're going to need like a lot of level 80s to 80 to 100 Pokemon. A lot of XP training is going to have to happen with raids. So... that's my thought process. I could be wrong. Maybe the demand won't be as high as I think. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, that's just my thought process on it. And I've been stocking up on Lucky Eggs and like XP Charms since. I currently have 87 Lucky Eggs. I have 70 XP Charm 50%, 44 100s that I've kind of been using. Then I also have some XP candies, almost 10k there, and then a bunch of these little ones, or a couple scattered. People have been asking me what my next Egg Shunt would be a ton. If I were to do another Egg Shunt, it would be these Pokemon. I am never going to do, I don't think, hard going for Cranidos melted my brain. I actually think that gambling on like just a rare shiny would be a lot cooler and a lot more fun. And like one day when you see that egg hatch being like, oh, which one's it gonna be? I feel like that'd be a lot more fun than just hard going for Cranidos. So I've had these boxes. I've already mildly started going for it. I've had these boxes full of different rares for a while now, and I've done different breed cycles through them for a couple times now. Not too many times, but well, maybe one day we'll get something, you know? Dude, I totally forgot about this. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that I really wanted to prep a Leech Seed Ferrothorn for raids, and I haven't done that yet. Yeah, this Ferroseed, it's quiet. I need to rebreed it. Okay, before we start XP training, I'm gonna go do that. I totally forgot about that. That's a really good call. I should go. Good call, chat. We'll grab a Chandelure for Flame Body, and then I'll just have a spot to breed. I need to get. I'll have to go EV train it sometime, but I really want a Ferrothorn. This Leech Seed Ferrothorn was pretty unkillable and cool. Yeah, thankfully this is actually a pretty darn cheap breed to fix up. Like an extremely cheap breed. I don't need to like fix the IVs. It can stay 2x31. I'm just gonna buy this Impish Gloom. That'll be perfect. Like 4,500 Pokeyen. Now I do have to pay for the brace and the Everstone. So I'll Everstone the Gloom, and then is it Special Defense Brace? Defense Brace the Ferroseed. Yeah, this should be a great breed. 31, 31, 20 plus and other stats. Doesn't need speed, doesn't need special attack. Impish, plus defense nature, minus special attack. Leech Seed, which is an egg move. That's like the hard part, is getting the egg move on it first. Don't need to worry about genders. It should be good. I'll have to EV train that later on. But I do want to, yeah, that's cool. That's a raid Pokemon that I kind of forgot about for a while. It's like I want to knock off the list. I probably need to go back and watch my own top 10 Pokemon to prepare for raids video, because I feel like I forgot. It's so funny, like, it's really cringy, but it is true. I will go back and watch my own videos because you just forget stuff, you know? All right, here is everybody set out. I'm gonna go ahead and pop I could pop a Lucky Egg, not an XP Charm. Let's go ahead and do that because they're a little bit cheaper, so why not? So we'll pop our Lucky Egg, go ahead and start our encounters. We've got our special attacking Rampardos here for this spot, our Sweet Scent catching Smeargle. If we get a shiny, I'd be fine with that. We're training this is named after, is it Rumel or whatever? This is a Garchomp. For raids, I want to have a level 100 Garchomp. It's pretty decent. I'm training a bunch of mons that I don't have level 100 yet for raids. I have Reuniclus, I have Metagross, I have Sableye. I don't have level 100 Excadrills. I don't have level 100 Garchomps. I don't have, you know, Zapdos level 100. I don't have Gliscor. Might be good. That's a big if. We'll have to see. I think I could see it. It's just a really annoying Pokemon to deal with and very, very specific. So I could see it being very good. So that's the Pokemon we're training today. But Global Chat, why are you why? Global Chat, please, can we not have beef? Patrouski alive. Yeah, I saw it too. He's using a bot farm in one of his videos. Come on. Google Patrouski haunches. That's not me. That was a different person who got arrested. Let's not spread. Giga Chat, I've never seen this. Enzo. Patrouski stole my daughter's mouth surgery money and then died. Let's not spread about players that make different. Dude, Enzo, my fucking king. Pat Stinky. That's not misinformation. That one's fair. He's using bots on that was actually, it's so funny. Pat pre-recorded all these videos in streams. He's gonna live forever. Yeah, all of these are all pre-recorded content. I actually true. Snubble ugliest Pokemon. Now that's the least true sentence I've seen so far in Global Chat. Let's be honest. Pat is trolling. I'm gonna buy Chipotle. That is true. Leaving nature to chance is not. Wait, what's happening? Chat is trolling. Xanarchy is best Pat mod, says Xanarchy. Pat AI has gotten so good. Okay, well, that's where I want to call it. Bearminator? A head GM? It's like I can still hear his voice? Come on! We're getting head GMs? Fucking pretending that I'm dead? Oh, man. Bearminator is so sweet. While it's fun and all, the meme is kind of defamation, so please don't. A lot of players ask us about it. Yeah. I think the meme is funny too. It is funny to be like, haha, like, it's kind of funny, right? But it literally does reach a problem to where new players who may not know the meme or are new to the game are like genuinely concerned, or like their feelings might get hurt that I am dead, or they might actually believe that I've been bit. Like, it does become a problem. Like, as it sucks, because it is fun, and it's one of those things. The GMs know, the CMs know. It's a fun meme and all, but at some point, you kind of do have to like call it, because it's been going on for like 2 years, and it does misguide new players sometimes, which is a little unfortunate. But it's I get it, you know. I don't really consider that or think about that enough, but it is. Someone came in and basically said, "Yay, my question made it into the stream recap," and that's really cute to me. I don't really think of it like that, but like honestly, stream recaps in a lot of ways are almost like a daily question and answer, or like it's like a daily AMA, right? Kind of cute, right? We try to like talk about PokeMMO and like the upcoming events and like how to prepare and like general tips and tricks for new players, but it's also a really cute way for you guys to interact with me. I can answer good questions that are actually being asked like by the community in real time, and hopefully shouting out really good questions, like the names of those players who asked those questions. A lot of people who are in Twitch chat or have usernames in Twitch chat and YouTube chat also correlate over their PokeMMO accounts. Like, I don't really think about that enough, but I don't know, just a little positive note. I think that's really, really cute. That's really cool to see. I feel like if I was a viewer, I would love to see my question make it in the stream recap. I'm gonna try to be better about that and keep that in mind and work on that. Is berry farming a good money-making method? Berry farming is incredible. Berry farming is like pretty good Pokeyen per hour for my like Pokemon, like the effort you have to put in, but it's also kind of scary. Like, I don't do berry farming because if you mess up and you forget and they all die, you lose so much, so it can be super brutal. But it's up to the person. It's more like if it works for you, it's great to do. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for your schedule, you know, don't worry about it, sort of situation. Untoads, this is a super fucking nice gift. Don't get to watch it anymore. Hope, dude, I really appreciate this. 2 expansion drives. So apparently I thought that I was maxed out on PC boxes, but apparently they expanded it a bit ago to like 30. So dude, PC space is literally one of the most important endgame you need PC space, and having the max PC boxes is super important. That's a really generous gift. This is like 5 million Pokeyen on Toads. This is very nice of you. Thank you so much, man. How do you feel about the idea of adding different conditions to raids, like monotype or like NU Pokemon only, or something more interesting, so that they don't get boring and you have to adapt to them? So there's always a challenge and space for new strategies. I love this question. Like, I don't know if you're asking this in terms of like a personal thing, like if I'm interested in putting personal challenges on that stuff, or if PokeMMO in general. It'd be really interesting if the devs released raids like that. If the devs released a raid where you had to use ice types or some shit. That's pretty fucking cool. Like, that's a pretty interesting idea. I don't know if it's been considered. I'm not sure. That's pretty neat. So someone asked about Shiny Cubone, and like whether they should shiny hunt Cubone or go for like a ×5 Marowak horde and then breed it down. In my opinion, if you have to decide between a ×3 horde for the Pokemon you want versus a ×5 horde for like the evolution that you breed it down, I would always go for the ×5. I think it'll save you so much time. Now, obviously, it's gonna cost you like 2 mil Pokeyen to breed it down. So like, if you have Pokeyen struggles, like I see the argument for going for the ×3, but usually you could have like this, the time saved. Time is money, right? And like the time you'll save with that ×5 horde is going to be really, really relevant. With ×3 hordes, you get like 600 encounters per hour, and ×5s you get like 1,000 or 1,200 with Leppas. So you'll get a shiny on average with a ×5 horde every like 30 hours, and then a ×6 is like every 50 hours. It's a pretty significant, like 20-hour difference. It's almost double a shunt time. So I would do ×5 horde and breed it down personally. That's my recommendation to you. Is there any meaningful benefit to completing the Pokedex on an alt character? Absolutely, man. I mean, Mount Silver access in general is just really, 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 really good. Having access to an alt account to be able to refight Red, having access to that alpha static Tyranitar spawn that you only get once per account, having access to the best XP trading spot on an alt account would be incredible. I would love that on my alt account. Personally, I don't even have that on my alt, but I would love it. Yeah, that like alt account Mount Silver access is really, really, really powerful. My Lucky Egg / XP Charm did just wear out. We got level 72 on the Etska, 94 on the Garchomp, 93 on the Zapdos, and then 90 on the Glargar. Wasted a lot of time. It could have been a lot better, but I always kind of just really casually XP train. It's just fun for me and enjoyable, and I know it'll make me play for longer if I kind of just casually XP train. This is a good question. Do you think many people will switch to Pokeforce? There has been many Pokemon MMOs that have come out over the lifetime of PokeMMO that have all hailed to be PokeMMO killers. Things like Pro, things like Poke1, and many more than that, right? It's really unlikely that Pokeforce will be better than PokeMMO. That's the honest truth. Now, I would be happy to see that, and especially like from release, I'm really excited for Pokeforce. Pokeforce is the most excited I've been for a new Pokemon MMO, probably since Pro, Pokemon Revolution Online. I hope it's very good. I hope it offers a different alternative. Will players like quit PokeMMO for it? Probably. Like, there'll probably be some. But the odds are statistically PokeMMO will probably still be better, but we'll have to see. I'm really curious, and I'm really excited to see what Pokeforce can bring to the Pokemon MMO table. All right, guys, I have been live on a Thursday for around 4.5 hours, which I've really enjoyed. It's been a fantastic live stream. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well. Hopefully it's been good background content, maybe a little bit helpful, a little bit educational here and there, just some fun topics, keeping PokeMMO alive. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for talking. Thanks for chatting. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Follow, sub me on YouTube if you like the videos. Want to see Pokemon videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch Monday through Friday. I go live at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if you've enjoyed it enough and you can afford it, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do help out the content and allow it to continue. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thank you so very much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me, and everyone on this list means even more to me for helping support the channel every single day. Thanks so much.